Hello everybody, welcome. Tonight I realized that I need to make some clarification and give some recommendation before talking about anything else, especially for the people that tend to watch this kind of contents like toxic relationships, divorce, and in particular related to the children, how to handle the children in this difficult situation. So this is about safety, it's very important. So listen to me today. Uh, I already knew that I need to talk about this, but also I decided to do it because recently I witnessed to some situations to bad advice. So there are many bad advice out there, and sometimes there are go under the radars because they're kind well-intended friends advice about the children. So it may happen that you are in a toxic relationship. um, there is a chance that you need to leave the house, to abandon, I mean, is a big word, but to leave the house, especially if you are if there are some signs of physical abuse or verbal abuse. And besides, I didn't know what verbal abuse was until 4 or 5 years ago. So I would not be surprised if some of you or some of the people that are in difficult relationship, stressful relationship, are underestimating the the abuse that comes from verbal kind of interaction. But I mean, we'll discuss this later in a different set more thoroughly what verbal abuse. But if there is violence, even mild violence or abuse in the family, there is a chance that you need to leave the house. And especially if you're a woman. If there are children, what happens that women tend to take the children with them. They go back to their mothers, and I mean also men tend to go to their friends, but usually men tend to leave the children with the mother for some reason. Is more secure, and they feel that creates less drama after the separation. But women tend to bring the children with them because, I mean, children are somehow dependent from mothers, especially if they're younger. But I mean, and mothers tend to have this intention. But pay attention if you need to do this. So, first of all, if you need to leave the house, it means that it's very hard situation. So nobody really just. I mean, and sometimes, I mean, some women tend to go back to their mothers, but I mean, in general, nobody leaves the house just because. So must be something very hard. If there is something very complicated, very dangerous, it's good that you leave the house. But if the children are not in immediate threat, leave them at their home. Let them sleep in their beds. Not First of all, to avoid even more stress to the children, that they see the separation, they see the fights and the arguments in the house. So don't put them in another situation of stress. Don't add another source of stress. But this is not the reason why you need to do this. The other reason is because you may be accused of a child abduction, and this is very complicated because that will jeopardize the custody battle if you decide then to divorce or to have a separation anyway. And so the child custody arrangement will become more complicated. What happened? So, I mean, I know several stories about this. One was recent. They were talking about that, and it was a group, a support group, and one of the ladies said, she took the children with her, and the husband wanted to talk to the children. She was allowing the husband to, I mean, the father of the children to talk with them, but also, probably the man was a little bit an a-hole. She explained, and I don't have a reason to doubt that she used the husband, the father, used the children to get to the wife, to the mother, to piss her off, to abuse, to frustrate her, to make to create frustration in her. And I believe that. So I mean, some people under stress can overreact about this, but I mean, I believe that some situation, this kind of attitude, using the children to get to the other spouse, to to create drama, this happen. But she then start, okay, I stop to have the children talk with them, or stop to give the children to the husband. And so we in the support group had different opinion. So I just let it. Do you think it's? I mean, I raised the problem that by a question. Do you think is okay to deny the children to their father? But then the rest of the group, probably, and was not the moderator, so another person was the moderator, and she said, okay, we don't need to re-traumatize the mother, because she's so in this kind of support where people are really under stress, there is one rule that we need to the companion, the fellow members of the support group need to validate what the people are telling. So we are not there to give advices. But if you validate an advice to abduct, I mean, from the legal point of view, not that the mother really want to do something to the children or to harm the children, but legally to prevent the father to talk to the children, and in turn to prevent the children to talk to their biological father until different advice. Encourage or validating a mother do this is not really a good advice, legal advice. So that was to say that that's true. When you are in a stressful situation, it's okay to validate your needs, but there is one other need, one of the children, to be in their beds, to sleep in their beds, to talk to both parents. And if you think that there is harmful to children and you need to leave the house, go to the police station, report the situation personally, and eventually report also the situation about the children and call the child protection service, or whoever the social worker network in your county, in your country, and tell about what is going on, and then they will take the decision with you. I mean, where I live here, I have to give credit, the service here are very good, so trust them. I'm sure that, I mean, depends of what's your situation, what's your where you are located could be different, but they do a really good job for the children. Really, most of the time they take care of the children. So if there is really some risk for the children, they will take care of them. They make their report, and they will advise you what to do with the custody, or with if you can take the children with you. But if you decide unilaterally to take the children, you will backlash. So again, safety. If there is even minor signal of or minor manifestation of violence in the house, see how you can do to leave the house. But if the children are not under immediate threat, don't bring the children with you, because then, I mean, you need to handle the situation with the children, talk to the parent, to the other family. If you take the children with you, and then you need to have the children meet the other parents, then it defeats the purpose of leave the house. So you are still under the influence of the person that is causing you stress and harm. So yeah, so do the right thing. And so this is probably I should have told this at the beginning. This is not a legal advice. This is not a therapy advice. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not a police, a law enforcement officer. So this is my opinion for me. But if you want, keep this opinion in consideration and check it with your I mean, try to get an advice, legal advice, as soon as possible with not with your friends, with girlfriends, or with your gossiping club, or with your neighbors, or your mothers, because they can be emotionally involved and they can give a well-intended bad advice. So let me know what do you think, what you think. Leave comments or contact me, or visit divorceroad.info, and there you can find my content, my social account, social media account, and how to contact me. So let me know what do you think. If you believe that the children need to be with the mother, if the mother leave the house, the father should leave the house if there is violence, if there is abuse, which kind of abuse justify a person to get a separation, or just like the drama. Yeah, the drama also can be a form of abuse, because sometimes the drama is created on purpose, is fabricated just to abuse other people, I mean the other member of the couple. So when it's okay to leave the house, and if it is okay that you bring the children with you, if there is no immediate physical threat to the children. Again, I mean, thank you for watching this. I hope that it was helpful to get some insight about relationship if you're not in a problematic relationship. And for those that are in some bad situation, I hope that this helped to give some clarity about how to handle the bad situation. Don't act by impulse, and take care of your safety. Don't stay in the house because of the children if there is violence. Again, I will never get tired or repeat this. Don't stay in the house for the sake of the children and take the abuse. Leave the house if there is even mild or even the threat of physical violence. But the other partner, they want to target you. Rarely they want to target the children. And if they do, have the law enforcement handle that. All right, because if we are in a stressful situation, we can overestimate or overreact of the stress, and our judgment could be impaired. Let the law enforcement handle that. So again, feel free to leave comments. Talk to you soon, and thank you for your patience for this nighttime video. Have a great day.